Remember, my brave ones, you are living in the midst of eternity. The messages of cosmic wisdom we bring you are not to set more rules or create new dogma. Our intention is to set your hearts afire with love, and to give you a glimpse of the glorious future before you. As more and more of the masses are feeling a discontent initiated by their soul self, it is vital that the wisdom teachings of ascension are studied and shared with those around you. You, the awakened star seed, are the ones who will now spread the emerging wisdom teachings of the future. Once again, allow us to give you an example of what is occurring as you traverse the path of enlightenment. You have heard that there are many mansions in heaven, which in truth, are the many-dimensional and sub-dimensional realms of manifested creation. During the era that has now come to a completion, much of humanity's reality has been composed of a combination of third and fourth dimensional frequency patterns made up of his or her individual past and present beliefs, actions, and deeds. Residing within each person's mansion of existence are all those people who are attuned to, and who are compatible with, that particular level of existence. They share many beliefs and function under many of the same limiting concepts: scarcity, guilt, fear of the future, and they are usually controlled by racial, cultural, religious, as well as traditional rules and standards. In that reality, usually, the normal ego-driven personality has a self-centered sense of entitlement or a martyr, self-sacrificing complex with many variations and extremes. Those who function within this frequency level of existence interact with each other, choosing those who mirror to them that which they are lacking, usually in a distorted, exaggerated way. They usually are not comfortable with those who resonate at a higher frequency level, and even though they are dissatisfied, they have difficulty in breaking free and moving out of their dysfunctional life patterns, their perceived comfort zone. As you eliminate old habits, beliefs, and actions, you gradually return to harmony within the accepted spectrum of polarity or duality. With each higher frequency level you attain, you leave behind those situations, people, and things that no longer are compatible with your new level of awareness and resonance. It often seems as if you have stepped through a new dimensional doorway and a portion of the past is fading away. That is why many of you are experiencing the loss of friends and or family members, and why you are changing jobs or beginning a new career. Many of you are also moving to new places, sometimes not really understanding why you have been guided to a certain area, but there is a deep inner knowing that it was meant to be. Many of you are finding that the work you do, your recreational pursuits, hobbies, and many things that interested you in the past are less satisfying, for they do not fit into your ever-expanding, evolving reality. The multidimensional doorways of the past are closing, and the doorways of the future are opening at a faster and faster pace as the process of ascension accelerates. The fear of change has been a major controlling factor within your conscious awareness for a very long time. In the beginning of your journey into density, you sought a great variety of self-expression and change, and you delighted in each new creation. It has only been during your earthly experiences that you have forgotten that you were a co-creator endowed with a full measure of creative abilities and that you have a direct link to the power source of creation, which has been named the river of life or light. You, the starseed vanguard, who have diligently labored to refine the resonance of your physical vessel, and upgrade your emotional and mental nature in order to return to an accepted level of duality, are now in the process of clearing the residual, imbalanced frequencies within the three lower subplanes, the astral planes of the fourth dimension. You have refined your column of light so that you now exist in a world of your own making, which consists of the four higher subplanes of the fourth dimension. Most of you who have faithfully followed our teachings have tapped into a stream of frequencies composed of a variety of fifth-dimensional frequencies, as well as a small trickle-down stream of light from the sixth dimension. You might say this is a new formula of light or life you are creating. Within the ancient esoteric teachings was this puzzling concept: when an initiate on the path reaches a certain stage in the ascension process, there appears what is called the dweller on the threshold and the angel of presence. The dweller on the threshold is the one who stands before the gate of God and the portal of initiation. The angel of presence stands on the other side of the portal. Since so many of you on the path are in the process of clearing the residual, imbalanced frequency patterns from the higher third and lower fourth dimensions, the time has come for us to explain this important facet of the initiation process. The dweller on the threshold is a memory seed atom in which, over time, the remaining, residual, negative thought patterns within the emotional and mental bodies have been encapsulated. When you have reached a certain level of enlightenment, with your higher self as the director, the dweller on the threshold slowly releases these challenging thought forms into your conscious awareness, and then out into your world of forms so they may be transmuted into harmonious frequencies of light. The angel at the portal is a facet of your higher self who stands ready to assist you through these intense periods of testing. The threshold is within your diamond core God cell. It is the innermost portal that leads to your sacred heart core where the white fire seed atom of our Father or Mother God resides. Once you gain entrance to the golden sun chamber of the Sacred Heart, you will be forever changed, for you will have experienced the bliss of communion with your God-parents. It has become very apparent that humanity and the earth are in the midst of an accelerated evolutionary process. That is the miracle of these times, beloveds. The Supreme Creator is radiating throughout the omniverse the full spectrum of divine light. This powerful, pure light is filtering through each great central sun, the mansion world of the Father or Mother God of each universe, out into every level of creation, so that gradually every spark and fragment of creation will have access to an appropriate level of creator consciousness. The light of creation or adamantine particles is being made available to every soul that has ever been created. However, there are some rules that apply to this light redemption process. Each soul must prepare their vessel by lifting their vibrational patterns to a certain level of harmonious frequencies in order to receive these particles of God light. And, you must remember, after receiving these particles of light, they must be activated by your loving intention. Love is the power source, the generator of these precious particles from the source of all. Ascension is about lifting, balancing, and harmonizing your vibrational patterns so that the many facets of your divine self can descend and take dominion within your sacred heart core. As you delve more deeply into the wisdom of the cosmos, it is of vital importance that you maintain a state of mindful awareness. Humanity is emerging from a state of amnesia, or what could be called a limited awareness of self, and of the complex vastness of creation. We have explained in the past, however, it is time to refresh your memory about what is taking place as you traverse the many levels and sub-levels of consciousness. As you clear the distortions within your auric field, there is also an internal process taking place. Your entire physical structure is undergoing complex changes, which are triggered by the higher frequency patterns you are integrating from the Creator Source via the great cities of light. Your DNA, your chakra centers, and your sacred heart or mind contain your divine blueprint. As you integrate more and more adamantine particles of God consciousness, all the distortions or imperfections that you have created from the concepts you have accepted as your truth are slowly being rectified. Many of these distorted concepts are being filtered into your conscious awareness to be healed or eliminated. We understand that this can be an uncomfortable, disconcerting process. You have a sacred center of existence within your sacred heart, which we have named your diamond core God cell for this sub-universal experience. You have around you an etheric third or fourth dimensional grand triangle of existence, which contains your pillar of light, and the cross of matter that you have created down through the ages. You exist in a golden ovoid, egg-shaped sphere, which expands and radiates more and more divine love light as you resonate with higher and higher frequencies of consciousness. The adamantine particles of divine light contain living energy, which has been programmed for a specific divine blueprint. When you access that living light, you must activate it with your loving intention, and program it with the desires of the soul, which are always in harmony with your divine blueprint. On the material planes of existence, the Creator light must be encoded with your essence as a co-creator before it is ready to be radiated out into the world of form. It takes great courage and tenacity to become self-aware and soul-conscious. A constant attitude of gratitude and thanksgiving is sustenance for the soul. You are becoming very proficient at analyzing new concepts, and the plethora of information that is now available via the empowering gift of discernment. Now that you are more attuned to spirit and the voice within, you have the ability to quickly ascertain if a concept is in alignment with your inner truth. If it is not, it behooves you to discard it without malice or judgment. Or, if you are not sure, put it aside and ask your higher self to validate it for you in some unmistakable way. We are aware that you are being bombarded with many new concepts, some of which are stretching the limits of your conceptual understanding. Please be aware, beloveds, that what you are experiencing is all part of the reunification and ascension process. Many of you are experiencing miraculous events in your lives, and we ask you to be bold enough to share these wonders with your family and friends. Do not fear ridicule or criticism. You will find approval more often than disapproval, and interest more often than disdain. The religious community, partially out of fear of losing their following, is beginning to incorporate some of the more moderate cosmic teachings. While it matters not how or why, it is all for the benefit of humanity, and it will assist in speeding up the transformation process of Earth and its inhabitants. Examine your feelings of abundance and scarcity, beloved ones. If even 1/4 of the population of the world would believe, envision, invoke, and then work towards prosperity and abundance for all, you would see a dramatic turn of events as those who hoard the wealth of the world, and those who prey on the meek and poor begin to lose their stranglehold on the world's economy. Are you fearfully holding on tightly to and hoarding your riches? Beware, dear ones, that your hoard does not melt into thin air. It is only a form of energy, you know. Energy is meant to be circulated, recycled, used, reformed, expanded, and refined. That which you hold onto too tightly will dissolve before your eyes. A part of the initiation process is to surrender all that you hold dear, all that you possess to your divine self, to the highest good of all. This does not mean that you will lose what you surrender, it means you are willing to allow the divine plan to work through you, which is always for your highest good, even though it may not seem so at the time. Do not be dismayed if your past is becoming only a hazy memory, especially the painful memories you experienced during this lifetime. It is time to heal and release the past, brave hearts. It no longer serves you to delve into past lifetimes in order to heal yourself or to try to understand why you are acting or reacting a certain way in the present. That is the old way. The distortions of consciousness you created in the past cannot exist when you fill yourselves to overflowing with adamantine particles through the processes we have taught you. These magical particles contain the pure or perfect essence of the Creator, and will gradually transform or transmute any distortions in your auric field and your physical vessel. Slowly, but surely, the imperfections you have created both in your inner and outer worlds are being rectified. Remember, a slow steady pace forward on the path leads to self-mastery. It is the ego personality that desires more information and dramatic validation, it forever seeks excitement, drama, and sensationalism. It has taken a very long time for the Earth and humanity to reach the present state of imperfection that is now so prevalent. The level of transformational progress that has been made by you, the earthly legions of light, in such a short time is truly miraculous. We understand that these are times of great challenge, and many of you are wondering what you are doing to deserve such painful and trying tests when you have so faithfully stayed the course. We tell you, do not falter now, for as you face these latest tests with love and compassion, you will find that the angel at the portal will assist you to clear the way. With every challenge faced head-on, there will be miracles and blessings to encourage you to clear the remaining obstacles on the path before you. This is a critical step in the ascension process, for when you have succeeded in firmly establishing your soul song resonance within the higher fourth dimension, you will be ready to incorporate a larger measure of fifth-dimensional vibrational patterns. Before taking this leap in consciousness, it is vital that you have gained the discipline to stay centered within the required parameters of duality. Your abilities to manifest in the world of form will increase dramatically, and if you are not well disciplined mentally and emotionally, you will create more chaos, which will, most likely, draw you back into a denser frequency pattern. Brave bearers of light, are you ready and willing to be a pathfinder, to open the doors to the many heavenly mansions or dimensions of creation? Each dimensional level will offer new opportunities and will give you access to many new abilities and expanded wisdom. However, each higher level will also challenge you in many ways and will require that you release those things which no longer serve your greatest good. You left many facets of your greater self along the way as you traversed the descending pathway into the lower dimensions. You must also be willing to release to the past those people, ways of being, and things which do not fit into your present and future reality as you make your return journey into the higher dimensions. Beloveds, we are assisting you in every way possible within the limits of universal law. We are waiting patiently for you to join us in the various pyramids of light stationed throughout this sub-universe. We have told you that you are not only creating your new earthly reality, but you are also creating your mansions in the heavenly dimensions. We convey to you all the radiance of love or light that you can contain. You are loved beyond measure. I am Archangel Michael.